Admiral Zyxthera had conquered 17 star systems without breaking a sweat from her crystalline pores. Her galactic empire had swept across the cosmos like a tide of unstoppable force, assimilating civilizations that either surrendered immediately or fell within standard rotations. The pattern was always the same: reconnaissance, ultimatum, swift victory, integration. But today, as her massive dreadnought Eternity's Wrath dropped out of hyperspace above the third planet of an unremarkable yellow star, something felt different. Admiral, her tactical officer, Commander Veltar, approached with uncharacteristic hesitation. "We're receiving unusual communications from the planet's surface." "Define unusual," Zyxthera commanded, her forearms manipulating the holographic displays surrounding her command throne. "They're not surrendering, Admiral. In fact, they're—" Veltar's mandibles clicked nervously. "They're warning us to leave. Immediately." A ripple of confusion spread across the bridge. In 3 centuries of expansion, no species had ever warned the Empire to retreat. Most begged for mercy. Some offered tribute. None had the audacity to issue warnings. "Display the communication," Zyxthera ordered. The main screen flickered to life, revealing a human female in a simple military uniform. Her species was unremarkable: bipedal, single torso, embarrassingly few appendages. Yet her eyes held something that made Zyxthera's combat instincts twitch with unease. "This is General Sarah Chan of Earth's Unified Defense Command," the human said calmly. "You have entered our solar system without permission. We know who you are, Galactic Empire. We've been monitoring your methods across 17 star systems." Zyxthera leaned forward. "No primitive species should possess such intelligence capabilities." The human continued, "We're giving you one chance. Turn around. Leave. Never return. Consider this mercy." The bridge erupted in chittering laughter from her crew. Commander Veltar's exoskeleton rattled with amusement. "Mercy? From them? Admiral, our preliminary scans show they barely possess faster-than-light communication. Their weapons are primitive fusion-based projectiles." But Zyxthera wasn't laughing. Something in the human's tone reminded her of veteran warriors she'd known. Beings who'd seen horrors that would break lesser minds. "Admiral," the communications officer announced, "they're powering up their defensive grid. Single planet, minimal orbital installations. Standard pattern suggests they'll capitulate within one standard assault." "Begin the approach," Zyxthera commanded, though unease crawled along her spine like ice. As the Imperial fleet moved toward Earth, more human vessels emerged from seemingly nowhere. They weren't impressive, sleek but small, clearly outgunned. Yet they positioned themselves with tactical precision that spoke of extensive combat experience. "Admiral," Veltar reported, his voice now uncertain, "long-range sensors are detecting anomalies. The humans appear to be using some form of quantum entanglement communication. They're coordinating across impossible distances instantaneously." The first exchange of fire changed everything. The humans didn't fight like any species the Empire had encountered. They didn't mass their forces for overwhelming strikes or attempt defensive formations. Instead, they scattered like insects, each vessel moving with seemingly suicidal aggression. They rammed Imperial ships, detonated their own vessels at strategic moments, and employed tactics so brutal and unpredictable that Zyxthera's tactical computers couldn't process them. "They're not trying to win," she whispered, watching a human fighter deliberately crash into her carrier's bridge. "They're trying to hurt us as much as possible before they die." Then the ground forces landed. What the Empire discovered planetside defied every principle of civilized warfare. Humans fought from every shadow, every building, every tunnel. They booby-trapped their own cities. Children threw explosives. Elderly civilians detonated themselves rather than surrender. The humans didn't just resist, they embodied resistance itself. "Admiral," Veltar's voice cracked across the comm, "the humans. They're not just fighting us. They're broadcasting everything. Every battle, every casualty, every atrocity. They're sending it across space to other species." SpaceOper realized with growing horror what was happening. The humans weren't trying to win this battle. They were creating a legend. They were showing the galaxy that the Empire could bleed. As more Imperial ships fell to suicidal human attacks, as ground forces reported impossible casualty rates, SpaceOper finally understood the warning. The humans had tried to save them from themselves. By the time she ordered the retreat, 17 other species had already begun their own rebellions, inspired by humanity's defiance. The Galactic Empire's age of easy conquest was over. The humans had lost their world, but they had won something far greater. They had taught the galaxy how to fight back.